how long were you in the Army then?
Only a year.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Well, now tell us about was it grandmother's sister that was the ballerina?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She danced for Hitler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And that was a big thing in those days because he was a chancellor of Germany.
And my aunt was on she was being interviewed on the radio about dancing for Hitler.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
He's nuts. He's nuts. Just like
Well, at that time they didn't think that though. They didn't know him that well at
Well,
that
we know
time.
that.
I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
They thought he was great then. So.
the Germans.
Everyone was in awe of him.
Oh yeah. So.
And who wasn't in awe was dead.
Huh?
The ones that weren't in awe. of him
Right.
were dead.
Right. That's
Yes,
right.
indeed they were.
Mhm.
So when you were in the Army, you just drove people around, or did you drive trucks, or both?
I drove trucks and buses, and I drove the higher ups around in the evening when they had to close up everything on. It was just more or less just a regimen that they did. I
I don't know
mean,
how you did it. Mom.
yeah, and
You had to drive to Philadelphia one time, and you just said you had never been to Philadelphia. Was it Philadelphia?
I more than likely
You had to go pick somebody up, and you said.
Oh, I had to go, to the airport to pick up the hootie hoos, and I even went to Washington to pick some of them up.
Well, I remembered you backed the car into somebody
yeah.
else's car.
No, I didn't back it into. I backed it into a tree.
You had an important
I was
person in the
driving a
car.
bus. I was driving a
No,
bus.
you were driving somebody around, a general or somebody, and you backed that car into another vehicle, I think, and he said, "Oh, go on, don't worry."
Oh, and that I had taken somebody. What's that big town in Baltimore? Yeah, Baltimore. Took somebody to Baltimore, and it was raining, and they had streetcar tracks down. And when I stepped on the brake, the car slid into another car, and and guess who the other car was? He was the mayor of Baltimore. And so we both get out. And he says, I just bent his fender a little bit, and he says, "This car's not my car, and this car isn't your car." He says, "I don't know what the hell we're worried about." So he gets in his car, and I get in my car and go home. I had some explaining to do when I got home.
Yeah,
though.
did you get put in the jail
No,
or anything,
I
Mother?
didn't.
No. They didn't put you on KP duty?
But then you took some people out to the firing range, and the big guns went off, and you forgot to tell them to roll the windows down, and the windows blew out.
You didn't tell us about that, Mother.
I forgot about that.
Tell us about that.
Miss
Oh,
Gloria,
yeah.
explain why
Yeah, I
50
didn't hear
windows are missing in this bus.
I enjoyed my time in the Army.